Okay, guys. Um, let's do a little correction here. Instead of using height, let's use aspect. Before I used aspect ratio, so what I'm supposed to do is just aspect, then 2/1, like I explained before. The two stands for breadth, one stands for height. So if you are using 100%, then we're saying let the height. If you are using 100% breadth, let the height be 50%. So let's check our stuff right now. It's coming out well. Okay. Okay, so now let's work on our table. We are done with this. We're going to use material UI for our table. So first of all, let's just create our component. So we'll go to component, create a folder called table. Okay. Then now we create the component and the CSS. So we say the file table dot JSX. Then create a CSS file table dot SCSS. Okay, so let's go to our home page. And create our component. So after this chart, we create another div with a class name of table container. So dot table, or let's call it list container. List container. Okay. Yeah. So we import our table right here. Let's just do this. Say table. Okay, table is coming from, can't see table. Okay, sorry, I meant to use the capital T. Okay, table. Let's just see it was happening here. Table. Let me open my table out first, because VS Code does this sometimes. Okay, I've not used my REFC to not created the component. I only created the file. Okay, so let's just write here table. Okay, so I think our table will be reflecting now. Oh, sorry, home page. Okay, this is it here. Okay, so let's go to the home.css. So we have home container. So inside home container, let's style our list. Say list container. We're gonna give it a padding of of 20px, padding of 20px, and we're going to give it a margin of 20px. 20px. Okay. We're also going to have, let me create it first. Before this table, we are going to have inside our list container, we're going to have a list title, a div of list title. Okay, so inside it to say transaction of customers customers for the past 6 months. Okay, so we go to the CSS, then inside the list container we say margin button 10px, well, let us say 20px and see 20px. Then we are going to get the box shadow. You can get that from our CSS, cat CSS. Just copy this. Okay. I'll paste it in our list container. Shall we? Then we'll give it a border radius of 10px. So let's see what we have here now. Okay, that is it. So now we're going to get our table, but let's just style this a bit. This is our list title. This is not supposed to be so. To also have that list title. Let's see, margin button 20px. Okay, that pushes the table down. So we give it the font size of let's say 20px and a font weight of 500. Font weight of 500 and background and a color, a color of gray. Let's check what it looks like now. Okay, this is looking okay. So we are going to go to Material UI now to get our table. But before we go to get our basic table for material UI. Let's go into our table component and create our array. We are going to create an array of objects. That's the data we are going to use. So we call it const rows. I'm sure you are familiar with how to create arrays from our previous videos. So equals to an array syntax. So you just create objects here. So our first object is gonna say ID. I'm gonna give it an ID. Yeah, let's get random numbers. Okay, ID. I'm gonna have product. So what we do, let's first of all go and create our images. Images in our source folder. Let's create an assets folder. Okay, we already have an assets folder here. Okay, so what we do is that let me pause this video and go and import, or let me just show you. So we're going to be using some images. Okay, let me even use some images from here. Okay. Just do it. Control A. Copy all these images. Okay. And go and paste in our assets. Can paste like this into your folder. Already have an assets folder here. Just paste it. Okay. So we have a nice t-shirt, Nike bag A1. So let's import it. So say import we call it product 1 from we're gonna do 2 steps out. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 steps out again. I'm gonna get into assets. So I'm gonna say slash. So inside assets now, JPG. Okay, we also have Nike bag 1A. So let's just duplicate. So at least by now you already know how to put images in your asset and import it into your component. So this now will be Nike bag 1a.jpg. .jpg. So I'll import the rest and create my object. Okay guys, yeah, I've brought in my table. We have a table called rows. This is rows is an array of objects. We have ID, product, image, customer, date, amount, method, status, and take note. This product is sorry, the image, the img is imported from our assets. So I brought in all these images into my asset folder and imported them. So that's what I'm using. So what we need to do next now is to bring in our table data. So we are going to material UI now to import our table. But first of all, okay, let me just bring it in first. So you see the reason why I have to do that. So this is MUI. So what we just do is refresh and do a search. This is a table. Okay, let's use this basic table. So we're gonna click on show code. This is what we need here. So just import to take all this here. Go into our application, our VS Code, and paste it. Okay, so see what I told you here. You see we have import table from attorney and we named our component table. So we change this to table list. Table list. And corresponding GSX has to be changed also. Component. Table. Change it to table list. So we also change the yes. So also I think you must have done it for us. Table. Okay, we have to export it as table list too. Okay, so that it won't interfere with our components. So we also need to go and take for this row we have already created our rows. So what we just need left is this table container, this component here. Let's just pick this. You see, go into our component and paste it. So let's remove this and paste it. So we also give that initial elements a class name of table. So let's still put it table. Then let's import our table.css at the top here. Table. So import dot slash table dot scss. Okay, so I'm going to make some corrections here because there's some changes that will be made. This align right to remove everything. because that's a class, but we are going to put our own. Yeah, so you see this is table head, and this is table row, then this is table cell for each component, for each line. So we'll just say class name, give it a just a table head. I just call it table head because it's styling the rows on the head. So copy this, Control C, paste it in the other ones. Okay, so these ones are going to be fixed. What we want to be here, we call this one ID, call this one product, product, call this one image, call this one I think what comes next, image customer date amount, customer date. Let's duplicate it. Amount, say method, and say status. Okay, so what next? This style we are going to remove it. We don't need this style. So these ones we are also going to remove them. Okay, let's see. This one will be table body. Give it a class name of table body. Well, let's just still leave it table head because I want that style to be common. Yeah, I would have differentiated, but I don't want to style it twice. Let me just leave it like that. But mind you, in your own case, you can give them a singular name that won't be either head or body. That's fine. You can say table style, something. So now I want to explain this table to you. You see, this is the table body. The table head is static. That's why we wrote all this. They don't change. You understand? But in the table body, this is table head, table row. What row means is that it's in a line, a row. Then the cell, table cell means is the data per row. Just get it, understand it. So now You see this table body. Let me check this. Okay. See this table body. This table body. Yeah. Don't know if my cursor is showing. Anyway, just look at the screen. You see the table body. Inside the table body, we are doing a map. And in JavaScript, when you want to do a map, you have to always remember to use this curly braces. Then you write your JavaScript inside XML. You must always surround it with the curly braces. So we are saying we are marking through our data. Our data is named rows. Rows.map. And the way the map method is that it takes an arrow function. The first thing is the row. This row represents each object in the array. So we are pointing, then inside it we render our table row. Now the table row carries each table cell. You get? So now for this first one, okay, let me do this. This key is an it's the unique ID. When you are doing a map, you must have a unique ID. Now, and what is unique in our array of objects is ID. So we are going to say ID row.id, which is this. This is this ID. I want you to understand this is not it's something you can just on your own edit. You just need to understand the table. So inside table body, we first have the row, just like I explained to you, table row, which is each row. Then inside each row we have the data, which is table cell. You get? So now what is the first row? What in the first content, or the first on the first column, we have ID, we have product, we have image, we have customer, like that. So you need to reference them appropriately. First of all, we have, sorry, we've given this a unique key. Now this is the table cell. So first of all, we have row.id. Second, we have um, row.product, followed by row.img, followed by row dot, is it date or customer, row dot customer, row dot customer, row dot date, row dot amount, row, okay, we duplicate because that's not all. We have more records. Row dot um row dot method, and row dot status. So that's how many. That is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. No, this is not complete, so we are missing something. Row dot product, no, we are supposed, no. Okay, let me just do this instead of mixing things up. Let me just duplicate this. Row dot img. Okay, that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let me see, are there 8 datas? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, that's complete. Okay, so let's check our table now. Okay, everything is here, perfect. Everything is here. See our ID. Yeah, we have 9 datas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the names. These are the images. Okay, the images are not coming out properly. They are coming out as text, but we'll work on that. We'll fix that. Okay, these are the customer names. This is the date. This is the amount. This is the method of payment, and this is the status. So I want you to take note of this. Now we rendered our image. If you see, it's only showing our file structure, which is what is embedded in our image property. You understand? But if this was embedded in an image tag using the source attribute, it will display an image. So let's go and correct that, because what we want to do now, we want to have this product and image together under the same column. So we are going to remove this image column and have these two products, name and image, under the same column. So let's just quickly do that. So first of all, let's go and remove the image column. This is it. IMG. Okay, this is it. Let's remove it. I'm just going to use only the product. Okay. So we go to product. Yeah. Let's do this here. So I'm gonna create an element with a class name of product wrapper. Okay. Now inside of it, let's have it here. So we have it here. It's going to be in between here. Let me just take this back to, let's arrange this properly. So we're going to paste it in here. It's going to be at the data for product. Paste it, Control V. So the first thing we're going to have, a source attribute, sorry, an img element. So we do this, say img. So we give it a source src. It's custom this. So this is where we now say row .img. And we give it a class name of image. Then under it, I'm going to have two data in that div. Under it, render row.product. Okay, so let's check it now. So you can see our images are so big, you have to style it. Yeah. We take this one out. We don't need it here anymore. This row.img. Hope you understand. Because we have already referenced it in our img element. Okay, that's fine. So once we style this image, everything will look proper. So now let's go to our table.css and do our styling. Remember, we gave our topmost component a class name of table. So we start from there. And our the the this div that we have our image and our product name, we gave it a div of product wrapper and gave our image a class name of image. So that's what we're going to use now to style it properly. So we say table, dot table. So say dot product wrapper. Say display flex. Align item center. I guess you're already used to this. Align item center. Inside the product wrapper, we have our image tag .img. And so we say we give it a width of 32px. Sorry, this is not img. We named it image. Give it a width of 32px. Give it a height of 32px. Just want to create a small circle. Height of 32px. Give it a border radius. So we give it a radius of a border radius of 50%. And we give it a margin right of 10px. 10px. Let's check it now. Awesome. This is looking good. So you see what's happening here. This is our product column. We have our image and our product name. So let's see. Let's increase this circle a bit. Let's just try 40 px. This is looking good. It's raining right now. I really don't know if it's going to affect the audio, but apologies for that. So now what we want to do, we want to style this pending, approve pending. We want to give it a style. So how do we do that? We go under status. Just go to our table. It's very easy. You see where we have status. We are not just going to have it like that. Let's remove this. I'm going to put a span. Say span, then the class name dots. What do we call it? We call it status. Give it this class name of status. Okay. But aside that, we're also going to have a class name that is going to be dependent on our role or status, because you know our status has approved, it has pending. So based on that status, we are now going to give it a style. Just watch what I'm about to do here. So instead of this, we're going to use our dynamic curly braces. So use a backtick. I'm sure you are new to this one. So what are we going to do inside here? Now we're going to render, see our status, our normal class status. Then we're now going to use our string interpolation syntax, which is this. Then we can reference our role or status here. So that way we've taken two classes, role dot status. So inside here we're still gonna have role dot status. What's happening here? So yeah, we're still gonna have role dot status. Oh, sorry. Role dot status. Okay, let's go to our styling now. Okay. Also, let's see. Inside our product, outside our product wrapper. So take note. What we're having here, in as much as we are saying roles dot status, this is a dynamic rendering. What we're having here is either approved, a class name of approved, or pending. You get? So here we are going to also have approved or pending, but this approved or pending, we are going to use it to do our styling because we are calling it here as a class name, but here as a normal text. I just wanted to get that clear. So let's go to our styling. So we'll say dot status. I'm going to give it a padding of 5 px, fpx. I'm going to give it a border radius of 5 px. So now here we say, and if it's approved and approved, I'm going to give it a background color of green. We're going to give it an opacity. What's happening? Sorry, this thing is hanging. Background color of green. We'll make it opaque, opacity. So we'll give it a color of green also. So still go ahead and say, and pending, if the case is pending, I'm gonna give it a different style. Give it a background color of goldenrod. Goldenrod. And we give it, well, we'll make it opaque. We give it a color of goldenrod. Okay, let's see if our style is speaking. Perfect. So you see what we just did here. So in this case, if it's pending, it will have this star. If it's approved, it will be green, just like that. But this one is not picking. That means there's an issue here. We have a typo error there. Okay, it's approved. We have here, it's meant to be approved. So let's correct it. That's why it's not picking up that star. In our table, in our data, this is it. This is it. Status approved, not approved. So that should be okay now. Alright guys, please, if you're gaining value from this video, please do well to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and hit the notification bell so when I come up with new videos you get notified. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.